A very good evening, everyone. Welcome to our panel discussion titled Relationship Building Theory Among University Students. Today, we will explore how relationships are formed, why they are important, and the challenges students face, and not forgetting how we can improve our relationship in university life. Let me briefly explain what is relationship building theory is about. Relationship building theory explains how individuals develop, maintain, and strengthen relationships through communication, trust, and shared experiences. In university, relationships play a very important role in academic success, emotional support, and personal growth. Before we begin our discussion, I would like all the panelists here to introduce themselves first. Let's start with panelist 1.
Hi guys, I'm ZIRIN and panelist 1.
Thank you, panelist 1. Continue with panelist 2.
Hello everyone, my name is NAJLA UFAIRA and I am panelist 2.
Thank you, panelist 2. Continue with panelist 3.
Hello everyone, my name is KATARIINA and I'm panelist 3.
Thank you, KATARIINA. And lastly, our fourth panelist.
Hello everyone, I'm panelist 4 and my name is Julia.
Thank you to all our 4 panelists in introducing themselves. And without further ado, let us begin our discussion. So the first question is to panelist 1. Can you explain in more detail what is relationship building theory is about in your perspective?
Of course, thank you for the moderator. The relationship building theory focuses on how relationships are created and developed over time. It suggests that relationships do not happen instantly, instead they go through stages. The first stage is initial contact, where people meet for the first time. At this stage, communication is usually simple and formal. The second stage is exploration, where individuals start to know each other better. They may share their personal information, interests, and experiences. The third stage is intensification, where trust and emotional connection become stronger and the friends start to rely on each other more. The final stage is maintenance, where the relationship is stable and long-lasting. Both individuals continue to support and understand each other. So, in the university, we go through these stages with our classmates, roommates, group members, and friends.
Thank you to our panelist 1 for the clear explanation, and we get to know about the stages, 3 types of stages when it comes to the relationship building theory, which is the initial contact, exploration, intensification, and not forgetting maintenance. Could you give us a simple example of these stages in university life?
Of course. For example, during orientation week, students meet each other for the first time. That is the initial contact stage. After attending class together, they begin talks about subjects, hobbies, and interests. This is the exploration stage. As the time passes, they may work on assignments together, share personal challenges, and help each other. This is intensification. For the last, this relationship becomes stronger and continues throughout university and sometimes even after graduation. That is the maintenance stage.
Excellent example from our panelist 1. I believe that many students here can relate to those experiences that given. Thank you, panelist 1, for taking your time to answer the question. Now, let's continue with panelist 2. My question for you is, why is relationship building important for university students? The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you for the question, moderator. So, relationship building is very important for university students because it affects both academic and personal life. Firstly, university life can be stressful. Students face many assignments, exams, and deadlines. Having good friends help reduce stress because we can share problems and support each other. Secondly, relationships improve teamwork. Many university tasks are group-based, so good communication and trust make group work easier and more effective. Thirdly, relationships help students feel a sense of belonging. When students feel included, they are more confident and motivated. And lastly, Strong relationships help students develop soft skills like communication, leadership, and emotional intelligence, which are important for future careers.
Those are some really interesting points from our panelists too, talking about how important it is for university students in building a relationship bond, or known as relationship building theory. Thank you. The next question is, in your opinion, which benefit is most important for university students?
Personally, I think emotional support is the most important. Many students experience homesickness, academic pressure, and personal challenges. Having supportive friends can improve mental well-being and help students remain motivated. A strong support system can make a huge difference during difficult times.
I do agree with your point there, panelists too, and thank you so much for also taking your time in answering my question. Now, we continue with our panelist 3. My question for you is, what are the challenges students face when building relationship in university?
Thank you, moderator. I think there are several challenges in building a relationship among university students. First, I would say like differences in personality and background. Like students come from different states, cultures, and their ways of thinking. Like sometimes this causes misunderstanding. Second, I would say like shyness and lack of confidence. Some students find it difficult to start conversation or approach new people. Third, I would say like technology and social media. Like many students prefer online communication instead of face-to-face interaction, which can reduce real bonding. And fourth, I would say like busy schedules. Like students are often focused on studies, part-time jobs, or personal issues, so they have less time to socialize. So I think these challenges can make it harder to build strong and meaningful relationships.
Thank you to our panelist 3, and in this we can understand that students also face most of the challenges when it comes to building relationship among themselves or even outsiders. Can you share a common misunderstanding that students may experience in university or maybe outside?
Yes. For example, students from different cultural backgrounds may have different communication styles. Like one student might be very direct, while another might be more reserved. Like without understanding these differences, people may probably assume that someone is unfriendly or disrespectful. Like this is why cultural awareness and open-mindedness are important.
I do agree to your point, where cultural awareness and open-mindedness is very important among university students' life, and I believe that the lecturers over there should take action for it. And that's a very good point there, panelist 3. Thank you so much. Now we go to our panelist 4. My question for you is, how can students overcome these challenges and build better relationship in the present or even in the future?
Yeah, so there are several ways to improve relationship building among students. First, students should practice active communication. This means listening carefully and also responding respectfully. Second, students should also join clubs, societies, and group activities, as this helps these students meet new people and build connection naturally. Third, students should develop empathy and understanding. We should try to respect differences instead of judging others. And fourth, students should be open and approachable. A simple greeting or a smile can start a friendship. Lastly, trust and honesty are very important. Without trust, relationships cannot last long. By practicing these steps, students can build stronger and healthier relationships.
Thank you, panelists, for all your points mentioned just now was accurate, as communication is one of the important skills where university students have to maintain inside university or even outside the university, and not forgetting trust and honesty are also a very important moral values that they should follow up. Another question for me is, do you think university activities play an important role in relationship building?
Definitely, because activities such as sports, competitions, volunteer programs, leadership camps, and club events allow students to interact outside the classroom. So this experience creates opportunities for teamwork, friendship that may not happen during lectures alone.
I do agree with your point. Excellent observation from our panelists. For thank you so much to all the panelists who answered my question. And now I would like to ask an open question to every one of you here. My first question is, in your opinion, what is the most important factor in building a strong relationship? Any panelist can answer this question.
For me, understanding and acceptance are very important because everyone is different.
For me, I think communication is the most important factor because without communication, we cannot understand each other.
I think that consistency is important as we must maintain effort to keep the relationship strong.
For me, I believe trust is the key. Without trust, relationships will not last.
Good point. Thank you. All of the panelists' answer is very interesting actually. And it seems like from my observation that communication, trust, understanding and consistency, the points that stayed out from all of the panelists are really connected, and without one of them, the relationship may become weaker. Now, let's go on and discuss about social media. Do you think that social media helps or harms the relationship building among university students? We can start with panelist one.
For me, my opinion is I think social media helps because it allows students to stay connected and communicate easily with the others.
Thank you. Panelist two.
I agree, but it also creates misunderstandings because messages do not always express emotions clearly.
Good answer. Panelist three.
I think sometimes students spend too much time online and not enough time in interacting face to face.
True. Panelist four, in your opinion.
I agree with panelist 3. I think the best approach is balance. Social media should support relationships, not replace real communication.
I do agree with the panelists for idea where social media has to be balanced in order to strengthen the relationship building. Thank you so much to all the panelists. And another question for everyone. How can group assignments help students build relationships?
Group assignments encourage students to communicate and cooperate to the others who they don't know, and through this assignment they can make each other. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, panelist one. How about panelist two?
On my point of view, students can learn how to manage conflicts and solve problems together.
Thank you, panelist two. Panelist three.
I think working together allows students to understand different perspectives and strengths.
I agree to your point. Thank you, panelist 3. And finally, panelist 4.
Successful teamwork often leads to friendship because students spend a lot of time together.
Excellent answers from all the panelists here. Now, let's talk about conflict. Is conflict always harmful to relationship or not?
For my point of view, I think conflict is not necessarily harmful to relationship because a healthy conflict can help people understand each other better.
Thank you, panelist 1. The next panelist, anyone can answer the question.
Okay. I am agree. The problem is not conflict itself, but how people handle it.
Yeah, exactly. Panelist 3.
I think respectful discussion can strengthen relationships because people learn from one another.
I agree to that everyone learn with each other. Panelist 4.
When conflicts are resolved properly, trust can actually become stronger.
Yeah, right. Thank you to everyone. And I would like to ask another question as well. How can university students maintain relationship in a healthy way without having any conflict within each other?
We should avoid gossip and misunderstanding each other, so a clear communication can solve many problems. Thank you.
That's a great point for panelist 1. How about panelist 2?
University students can maintain relationship by learn to manage emotions and not react too quickly during conflicts.
Yes, I do agree. That holds a big strength within university students. Thank you, panelists two. How about panelist three opinion?
In my opinion, like respecting boundaries is really important because everyone needs like personal space.
Yes, totally. Everyone needs their own personal space and everyone has to respect it. Thank you, panelist three. And finally, panelist four.
Forgiveness is also important. No relationship is perfect, so we must learn to forgive the small mistakes.
Totally. Thank you for those valuable insights from all the panelists here. And before we end, I would like each panelist to give one practical piece of advice for students who want to build stronger relationship. Maybe we can start off with panelist one.
Don't be afraid to start conversations. Sometimes a simple introduction can become a lasting friendship.
Thank you, panelist one. How about panelist two?
So advice from me for students who want to build strongest relationship is always be supportive and reliable, and people will appreciate friends who are there when needed.
Thank you, panelist three. Panelist two. Panelist three.
Yes, I would say like respect differences and be willing to learn from others.
Totally. Thank you. And lastly, panelist four.
We should also be honest and genuine because authentic relationships are usually the strongest.
Thank you to all the panelists here today and for sharing your meaningful ideas. In conclusion, relationship building theory shows that relationship develop through stages and be strengthened by communication, trust, and also not forgetting understanding. In university life, strong relationship helps students grow academically, emotionally, and socially. Building positive relationship is not only beneficial during university years only, but also valuable for future careers and also personal development. We hope this discussion helps everyone understand the importance of building healthy relationship. Thank you to all the panelists who gathered here today, and to everyone here, have a great day.